Let's bring in Jim Cramer for more. And Jim, I want to hear more about what you thought about the interview, more about the stock, but first and foremost about the car itself, which you got to test drive, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as proficient a driver as I used to be, but I know how to go, let's say, 0 to 80 without breaking my neck like I almost did when we were at Englewood Cliffs. This is a beautiful car. It's a luxury and, to some degree, affordable sedan that is a race car. And I've got to tell you, Wilf and Morgan, it is a delight. And I think that's going to matter a great deal when it comes to sales, and it mattered to Motor Trend because it did get the car of the year.
And Jim, tell us more as well in terms of, with the Investing Club, the subscribers to it, what you've been saying about the stock itself, because you can have a fabulous product, but the valuations are pretty steep at the moment. They all are. I mean, look, we're all on the hunt for the next Tesla. I remember at other points in my career, we're on the hunt for the next Amgen. At one point, we're on the hunt for the next United Health, for heaven's sake. But I will say this, Wolf. There is a belief that EV, electric vehicles, they're only 2.5% of our market. Why can't they can double and then double again? People want these. This is a attractively priced car at $70,000 that he thinks, that Peter Rawlinson thinks can go down to $50,000. And ultimately, if we like Tesla and they got to $1 million, and Rivian, which could easily produce hundreds of thousands of vehicles that Amazon would take, I think there's also room for Lucid. And I think Lucid's a very exciting situation. Do I think it's too high? They're all too high. Does it matter? It's what people want to buy in the actual marketplace, and it's what people want as a stock.
It's pretty incredible, Jim. I mean, Rivian is just revving higher. It's at $172 a share now. Its market cap has passed Volkswagen now. That's the latest established automaker, or I guess I should say automaker group that it has surpassed. And yet it barely registers revenue, at least right now. So I guess the question is it a situation where Tesla is the tide that lifts all boats for some of these names? And is it a situation around FOMO, or is it just the fact that really, truly, this is a huge opportunity, even if the valuation right now has some time to be caught up to?
I'm going to go with the first two, Morgan, which I think are incredibly insightful. I mean, look, could be the next Tesla, and you don't want to miss out on the next Tesla. Now, we can argue, wait a second, they're already so far but larger than Tesla was when Tesla was smaller. But I will come back and say this. There is so much money out there, Morgan, that these guys, I mean, I was speaking of Peter Rawlinson when we were driving around town, and they just have unlimited amount of capital, and as long as they do, then they can pull something off. Can they pull this one off with all the different plants they want to build? Yes, they can, because there's so much money. So there's so much money in the stock market and so much money available to these companies that I think that you got to let them ride. I recommended Tesla probably, I don't know, about 800 points ago, and everyone said I had missed it. The comments on Twitter were so vicious. And you know what? I could have easily just said I missed it, but the fact was the opportunity was there. I think there's opportunity for more than 1 million car maker. I keep hearing, well, wait a second, it's bigger than Ford, Can we please remember that the second biggest owner of Rivian after Amazon is Ford, and they can take all that money and build all the battery factors they want. I'm watching Ford right up there with these guys. But Morgan and Wilf, it's exciting, and the people who are investing in stocks these days, the people who belong to my investment club, they don't mind having some excitement as long as it isn't their whole portfolio.